Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Sunday the 12th of November 2017 and we're providing our gold and silver weekly update for the week ending the 10th of November. Gold rose $6 last week from $1,270 to $1,276, having hit a high of $1,288 and a low of $1,267. In sterling terms, gold finished the week at £971, that's unchanged. And in euros, it closed at €1,096, that's up just €3 on the week. Silver rose 5 cents, from $16.85 to $16.90, having hit a high of $17.25 and a low of $16.80. In sterling terms, it closed at £12.86, that's down 3 pence for the week. And in euros, it closed at €14.52, that's unchanged. The gold to silver ratio rose from 75.37 to 1 to 75.50 to 1. The Dow Jones closed on Friday at 23,422, down 39 on the day and down 117 on the week. And the NASDAQ closed at 6,750, up 1 point on the day and down 14 points on the week. Brent crude rose $1.45 from $62.07 to $63.52. And US light crude rose $1.10 from $55.64 to $56.74. The dollar index stands at 94.39, that's down 0.55 on the week. Gold, as we predicted, has more or less been range bound for the past few weeks and will, in our opinion, continue to do so. It strengthened a little at the start of last week until Friday, when most of its gains were wiped out, leaving it more or less little changed. There are a number of economic reports coming out this week, and the Fed Chair Janet Yellen is expected to speak on Tuesday. Though frankly, we see prices still at this stage only being affected primarily by geopolitical events or an undermining the value of the US dollar, though again we cannot see why this should be affected on economic grounds currently. Silver once again followed gold's path, rising at the start of the week only to fall back on Friday. There seems to be some underpinning at the $16.50 level and some resistance at just above the $17 level. Our thoughts once again is that we can expect a few peaks and troughs, but for the next couple of weeks, a slight move to the downside overall. With so little excitement, we were thinking about the past 12 months and how one could become so excited about daily price movements, either positively or negatively. Interestingly, though, gold is currently up some $61 an ounce compared with exactly 12 months ago. But silver is actually down 20 cents. Neither of which, quite frankly, is particularly earth-shattering. And yet we see week on week headline-grabbing news of how these prices are on the verge of a meteoric rise. With all of the uncertainty surrounding a Trump presidency, and so many people calling the collapse of the US dollar, yet another year has seemed to pass with little difference in prices. The good news, however, is that at least the major downward trend in gold and silver prices have appeared to stop. And whilst there may be room for a little further downward momentum, buyers can feel a little confident that major losses at these levels are quite unlikely. We hope you have found this video interesting and informative, and if so, please give it a thumb up and share it on Twitter. Also, kindly visit our website at illuminatisilver.com, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe as a free member for regular email updates and offers. Our Facebook page, which is updated regularly, can be found at facebook.com/Illuminati Silver.
Disclaimer. Illuminati silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management, and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice, and merely represent the personal views of its owners.